The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 12. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. This is a miracle. To me, it's a miracle. Depending on how you look at it, you want to call it lucky, unlucky. I'm going to call it a miracle. I'm going to call it a very fortunate situation for Patrik Laine. And I'm not taking any of the credit whatsoever. I'm just grateful that I was, able to share a moment of prayer with you guys, showing who I really am as a person beyond just this whole hockey YouTube thing. But Patrik Laine, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be out for 2 to 3 months. This coming directly from the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens announced Tuesday that forward Patrik Laine has sustained a sprain to his left knee. He will not require surgery. Wow. His rehabilitation period is expected to last 2 to 3 months. The 26-year-old Finn left Saturday's preseason game early in the first period and did not return. Laine was acquired by the Canadiens in exchange for defenseman Jordan Harris on August the 19th. Montreal also received a second-round pick in 2026. He was selected second overall by the Winnipeg Jets in the 2016 NHL entry draft, notably right after Austin Matthews. And we also got some news that was not so great regarding defenseman fifth overall selection David Reinbacher, as he will be, in fact, out 5 to 6 months and actually just had surgery this morning. So from the Canadiens on David Reinbacher, they announced Tuesday that defenseman David Reinbacher is expected to miss 5 to 6 months after undergoing surgery to his left knee. The 19-year-old was injured in the first period of Saturday's game against the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Bell Center. Last season, the eponymous Austrian native recorded 11 points in 35 games with Cloton HC in the Swiss National Hockey League before making the move to North America, where he closed out the 23-24 campaign with 5 points in 11 games with the Laval Rocket. Reinbacher selected again fifth overall by the Canadiens in the 2023 NHL entry draft. So the news not so good for David Reinbacher. However, he's 19 years old. He's very, very young, and he's got plenty of time to recover and really get his pro career started, which he was hoping to do this season with the Laval Rocket. And I got the fortunate chance to see him play in both prospect games in Montreal with my pal Shane Gaumont of the Sick Podcast with Tony Marinaro. And there was a lot of criticism on David Reinbacher's game, actually, and I thought it was fairly unwarranted. I thought he looked pretty smooth on his skates. I thought he looked pretty decent overall, despite a few mistakes, which are going to happen in those rookie prospect games. But the big news fans are waiting for today, as this was just announced a couple of hours ago, is that Patrik Laine is going to be back potentially before Christmas time. What a gift to the Montreal Canadiens fan base, right? October the 1st. So you figure 2 months for Patrik Laine, possibly up to 3 months. So he could be back as soon as, middle of December, maybe, or as late as, say, mid to end of January, wherever and however he happens to recover, however fast he recovers or not. This is good news for the Montreal Canadiens. It is a big sigh of relief for us as Habs fans who have been looking forward to the Canadiens making a move to acquire a player that could really solidify their top six group and really solidify their talent, because they've been lacking goal scoring. And Patrik Laine, as we know, is a prolific goal scorer who has, lost a lot of his, I don't want to say passion, because he's certainly regaining the passion back, especially being in Montreal. There's no better place to get your passion back than in Montreal. And just last week, we saw Patrik Laine play in his first preseason game, and the crowd went crazy the first time he touched the puck. He talked about the adrenaline rush it gave him just to feel that again and just feel alive. And the situation for Patrik Laine in Montreal is great. And now he's going to come back to us a lot sooner. Thank goodness. So to me, it is an answered prayer. And I'm not ever going to take credit for prayer, because I'm just a vessel, somebody who happens to be a believer in God that would reach out, believe it or not, to pray for a hockey player. And not just for the hockey player, but for the human beings involved and their health. So this went beyond just, praying for Patrik Laine and David Reinbacher. This was about praying for anybody out there who, of course, I told you guys, I received emails from folks, specifically a Leafs fan whose son had an MCL, MCL, ACL injury, a very serious one. And they were really hoping that Patrik Laine, this is coming from a Leaf fan, hoping that Patrik Laine would become everything that we as Habs fans hope he will become. And I got to say, I was truly humbled by that. I was humbled by the fact that you guys checked out that video, and regardless of what you believe in, you had enough respect to stick around, and some of you really supported it and agree with it. And even if you didn't, I still pray for you, and I still thank you for taking that time, regardless of how critical you are. It doesn't matter to me, because I just don't let that bother me. I don't let that get to me, because I have too much love in my heart in order I have too much love in my heart to have hate. And this YouTube channel talking about my favorite hockey team is a gift. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That's really all I wanted to say, you guys. It is great news, great news overall. Best case scenario, as a lot of us are saying. And the initial reports were from Stu Cowan and even Tony Marinaro that it was going to be 5 to 6 months for Patrik Laine to recover. But in fact, it was David Reinbacher who has the 5 to 6 month recovery period. Patrik Laine, 2 to 3 months. Amen and amen. That's all I can say. So thank you for watching, guys. Go Habs, go. Hope is restored with the Montreal Canadiens this season. God love you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Hit like if you want to support. Hit subscribe. You guys are the best. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you.